This is episode 5 of the Expert's Guide to Empires and Puzzles, and today we're going to talk about buildings. After you get to Stronghold level 20, Small Giant Games has just updated the game so that you can go beyond level 20. As you can see, I'm at level 21, but they also announced that soon we're going to be able to take it up to level 25. So really this is a part 1 video, and I'm going to come out with part 2 when they give us the rest of the buildings. So I'm just going to talk about what buildings are available today and give you a sneak peek at what they're going to add in the future. So once you get your stronghold to level 21, you get a few more buildings, including an advanced mine, an advanced farm, an advanced iron storage, advanced food storage, an advanced house, and the hunter's lodge. So you need to convert existing buildings for them to become advanced. That means taking them to level 20. So I have farms at level 20 and I have mines at level 20, and then you can convert them. And you can see that I've already converted a mine, I've already converted a farm, and once you convert them, you can then continue leveling them up. So I'm working on the last level of the advanced farm. It's going to be level 10 in just a couple of days. Same thing with the mine, leveling it up. It's going to be level 10 here soon. So let's talk about how you prioritize what to upgrade and do. First of all, you need to be able to convert your buildings after you get to level 20, and then focus on the ones that are going to be most impactful to you going forward. In the past, when you're going from levels 1 to 20, oftentimes the farms and the mines were just absolutely the most important things you can do. And that's still kind of true, except that I believe once you've converted some of these buildings, it's actually maybe more important to upgrade storage for the future. Now, the priority is actually going to change as they release the future buildings. Right now, they haven't given us too much to upgrade. They let you upgrade one farm and one mine, one storage, and so on and so on. So once you get to level 22 and 23 and 24 on the stronghold, you're going to be able to upgrade more buildings. Right now I'm prioritizing farms and mines just like the old way, because there's really no choke point right now. This is just going to help me be able to construct things faster in the future. So my farm and my mine are where I put my priority. I converted an advanced farm as soon as I could and an advanced mine as soon as I could, and then just started upgrading them. But what you need to be aware of, and this is just a caution to you, is that these farms and mines don't pay back what you spent on them for a long time. All of these buildings take a lot of resources, a whole lot of resources. And in fact, for the farms and the mines to pay you back, I heard somebody calculated it could take a few months for it to even pay back what you put into it. But hey, I'm going on 2 years playing this game, so what's a few more months, you know? Also, I don't really have much better to do with upgrading buildings right now than farms and mines, so I might feel differently if I had better buildings to focus on, but right now I don't have that. Now, that might change whenever they release the future buildings, because there's going to be a choke point, and that's storage. So I have converted one iron storage into an advanced iron storage, and the same thing with my food storage. I've converted one over. But this is the choke point. You can't possibly construct some of the future buildings and be able to do some of the future things that SG has planned unless you upgrade these to have more space, because you just won't be able to have enough food or iron for that. So at some point in the near future here, the storage may actually be more important than the farms and the mines. So let me give you an example of this. If you're putting a lot of resources into food and mine, but they've released the new buildings, then you're spending that, you're not really advancing your game much, just giving yourself a future ability to make more food and iron, which you do want to do eventually at some point. But your current farms and mines are going to be enough to be able to produce what you need in order to upgrade the storages and then the future buildings that they have coming. So for right now, I think it's wise to prioritize farms and mines, and then to immediately start working on your storages. And then soon, I think it's wise to prioritize your storages. I think that the house is the advanced house is really pointless, so I'm not even touching it. I think it's a whole lot of resources for absolutely no benefit, because the house allows you to have more recruits stored, but I store all my recruits in a training camp, so really what's the point of spending the resources? That is going to be the very last thing I do if I get to it. Alright, and lastly, the building I haven't talked about yet is the Hunter's Lodge. This one is necessary as soon as you can convert to it. And it lets you convert from a number of buildings, but really you want to convert from a forge. So right now I've turned one forge into a barracks, and I've turned another forge into this Hunter's Lodge. And I'm only at level 1 right now, but of course I'm going to want to work on that in the future here too. So what's the point of the Hunter's Lodge? Well, the Hunter's Lodge is sort of like a forge, but it's specific to Titans. So the very first thing you can do with the Hunter's Lodge is construct harpoons. And then you take those harpoons and you fight Titans with them. And when you fight Titans with them and you use enough of them, then the Titan drops Titan parts. Titan parts are, and I'm going to talk about this more in a future video, but Titan parts are things like a Titan skull. We've got Titan spine, Titan tail, we've got Titan eggs and eyes and feathers and stuff like that. And those are going to be used to craft different battle items than you can get out of the forge. They're more powerful potentially, and they're going to be probably necessary whenever, as Small Giant Games has alluded to, possibly future 13 and 14 star Titans. So they will be necessary. I'm not really working on the Hunter's Lodge right now because we crush our Titans. We fight 12-star Titans and they almost all die before the midway point. So I just don't need to focus on that right now, so I'm not. But I will want to be leveling that up at some point. And that's where the choke point comes in, because you're really going to need to up your storage to be able to start to construct some of these things here. I'm going to save more details on Titan parts and harpoons and things like that for a future video. I'm just talking about buildings here. But now for the fun part, I'm going to give you a sneak peek at some future buildings that they have planned. I want to caution you, Small Giant Games does not like when you release information from beta, so I am not going to do that, but I am going to release information to you that they have already released. It's a sneak peek. They did this at the beginning of the year as a New Year's sneak peek. An upcoming building is the Hero Academy, and another one is the Alchemy Lab. And I'm just going to let this remain a mystery. If you want to search for information on the internet about what some of these things might include, I think these are going to be super cool buildings. They're things that players have been wanting for a long, long time. I really can't wait until we get them. So I'm really looking forward to this, and I'll cover these buildings in a future episode after they're released. All right, thanks for watching.